She stands outside my window every night. It started 3 weeks ago. The night I heard footsteps outside my bedroom window. At first, I thought it was a stray cat, or maybe the wind pushing branches against the glass. I didn't even bother checking. But the next night, at the exact same time, 2:44 a.m., I heard them again. Slow, careful, almost as if someone was trying not to be heard. Tap, tap. My heart beating faster than I wanted to admit. My room was dark, and the only light came from the street lamp right outside my house, a weak, pale glow that barely touched the edge of my window. I tried to convince myself it was nothing, just my imagination, just a coincidence. But then it happened again, and again, and again, every night, always at 2:44 a.m. That's when I finally decided to look. I remember pulling the curtain just an inch, just enough to peek outside without anyone noticing. And that's when I saw her, a woman, standing completely still, facing my window, not moving, not blinking, just staring. Her long black hair covered half her face, and the rest of her features were swallowed by the darkness. She wore a white dress that looked old, dirty, torn at the ends, like she had been walking for miles. I froze. For a full minute I didn't move, I didn't breathe, I didn't even blink. I shut the curtain so fast I almost tore it down. I crawled back into bed and stayed awake until sunrise. I told myself it was a prank, maybe someone from the neighborhood trying to scare me. But deep down, something felt wrong. Something felt unnatural. The next night, I didn't sleep at all. At exactly 2:44 a.m., I heard the tapping again. I stayed in bed, too scared to move. But curiosity, no, fear, made me look again. And she was there. Same place, same dress, same stillness. Except this time, she was closer to the window, so close that I could finally see her face. Her skin was pale, too pale, almost gray. Her eyes were wide open, but they weren't looking at me. They were looking through me, like she was staring at something behind me, inside my room. I dropped the curtain instantly. I didn't sleep again. For the next week, she came every single night at the same time, never knocking, never speaking, just standing there, staring into my window as if she was waiting for something. I tried everything. I turned off the lights. I left them on. I moved to the other side of the bed. Nothing stopped her every night. She came back. I even tried recording her with my phone, but every time I pointed the camera toward the window, the screen would glitch. Lines, static, sometimes even a black screen, until I stopped recording. My phone worked perfectly for everything else, just not for her. One night, I finally gathered the courage to go outside before 2:44 a.m. to see if she was hiding somewhere. But as soon as I stepped into my backyard, it felt colder, like the temperature dropped instantly. I walked cautiously, shining my flashlight around the trees and bushes. Everything looked normal, no footsteps, no signs of anyone. But when I turned to look back at my house, I saw something that made my body go numb. My bedroom window, the curtain, it was open, wide open. I knew I had closed it before leaving. I ran back inside, slammed the back door shut and locked it. When I reached my bedroom, the curtain was closed again. Like nothing happened. I didn't sleep that night either. The next day, I finally told my friend Adam. He laughed at first, thought I was joking, but when he saw how shaken I was, he agreed to come over and stay the night. We waited together in my room. 2:44 a.m. Tap, tap, tap. Adam froze. He looked at me, terrified. He wasn't laughing anymore. I slowly pulled the curtain open, and she was there. But this time, she wasn't standing outside the window. She was standing closer, too close. As in, her face was pressed directly against the glass. Her eyes were wide, so wide they looked unnatural, and her mouth was open like she was silently screaming. Adam whispered, "What? What is she?" I pulled the curtain closed immediately. We didn't talk for the rest of the night. In the morning, Adam packed his things and told me he wouldn't stay again. He said there was something wrong with this place, something evil. I believed him. I decided to leave the house for a few days, stay with my sister. I packed my clothes, grabbed my bag, and before leaving, I looked at my window one last time. And that's when everything changed. There were handprints on the glass, not outside, inside. I dropped my bag and ran out of the house as fast as I could. I stayed with my sister for a week, hoping things would go back to normal. But the second night I spent there, at 2:44 a.m., I woke up to a sound, tap, tap, tap. My heart sank. I slowly turned my head toward the window, and through the curtain, I saw her silhouette. She had followed me. She wasn't tied to the house. She was tied to me. I don't know what she wants. I don't know why she comes. And now, I don't know how to make her stop. All I know is that tonight, 2:44 a.m. is getting closer. And she's already here, standing outside my window, waiting.